In recent times, you've seen a concerted effort to bring art into the public space. Eye-catching displays of Dali or Botero and customized interpretations of life on canvases in the shape of cows and elephants. But chairs? Amos and Gary explain in the hot seat this week.
Back in December, it was very much inspired by what happened to my dad. He was diagnosed with lung cancer back in 2010. Back then, he was diagnosed with late stage 3. After 1 year of treatment, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, he was cured. And then late last year, he suffered a relapse. And in November and December, we found out that his health is just going downhill from then on. That was a point where I discussed with Gary that we have to do something. So we brainstormed and we came up with this idea where to fuse design and arts and raise funds. Since our interest was in design, okay, why not we do something with furniture? So we thought, okay, let's get the artist to express the interpretation of cancer onto a blank chair.
Who are these artists friends of you? Are they people you know?
We didn't know many artists. Our knowledge on the local art scene is close to zero actually. I got to know this artist. I shared the project with him and then I told him, can you introduce your fellow artists to me? He liked the idea. The next thing we know, the following week, we got about 10 emails mentioning that they're interested in the project. Tell them a bit more about it.
Right.
So from there, the word spread and slowly we got a few artists. It's a bit embarrassing because some of the artists are very well known in the local art scene and we didn't know them.
Gary, can you tell me how many artists you have to date and tell us more about the event that's coming up on the 23rd, which is next week?
Well, yes, we have 29 artists. Some of them are doing more than one chair, so we have a total of 35 chairs.
Yeah, since you didn't know these artists and you weren't familiar with their styles, Amos, what was your brief to them?
That was a bit tough on us because that's the last thing you want to do to an artist.
Sure.
To tell them, okay, you are restricted to do this and that, you know.
Yeah. They did ask you what this was about.
Yeah. So I told them the story to express your interpretation of cancer onto the chair. And I give them a few keywords. For example, celebration of life, love, moral support, or even pain and agony. As long as there's still 4 legs and the backrest and the seat is still there, I mean, it's fine.
On the 23rd of May at the Red Dot Design Museum, that will be the actual unveiling of all the chairs.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep it a bit more hush-hush and private for now.
This song has a special meaning dedicated to the fellow artists that has made this project a success. They have helped me out throughout this project and contributed their effort to design the chairs.
And I think this is a very meaningful kind of events that help the unprivileged people. And when I was first met with Emis, he came to my studio. We have a chat and talk about how to make art and bring art to the people as a form of charity. And I think this is a very interesting project. So I agree with him, and then we start to, make things happen.
So I get to know this show through my artist friend Justin Lee. So he was asking me whether I'm interested in doing some artwork on a chair for charity purposes. And so I arranged to meet with Emis. Yeah, and that's how I start to be involved in the show. And I told Emis that my husband Kamal, he's also an artist and probably he might be interested, and that's how I introduced him to Kamal too.
I'm rather skeptical about charity. So when anyone comes knocking about charity, I'm first, my guts will be up. No, I won't bother. So when Emis come, he got a good chasing for me. But I could see he's very resilient and he's very determined and he looked like a smart boy. And I think he can do it. And the sincerity of his mission touched me. He don't have any money. He doesn't have any backing. And from his first proposal, he don't even know what he's doing, you know. But the thing is, I think he learned fast, and so though rather skeptical, but you know, along the way he delivered on his promise, and I thought, okay, this was, and it became a very fun project. I was very happy to be a part of it, and it became successful. And this is a case where sincerity matters.
When the organizers for Charity came into my home and started to tell me about this amazing project, it was a little bit daunting knowing that the scale of it was going to be quite large. I had no idea it was going to be as large as it ended up being and as fantastic and amazing. But I wanted to do something for it. It's cancer awareness, and I'm a big proponent of raising awareness, especially for cancer. So yeah, I was very daunted, but ready to try it.
When it comes to charity, right, I do not have much expectation because this is all about charity. But the only thing I hope that there are more people, from the society that concerned about this kind of charity projects, and hopefully they get involved and understand.
This project was very special to me because it touches a deep nerve. As we mentioned at the event itself, virtually everyone has been touched by cancer, and so it gave me the opportunity to express my feelings toward it, my hope, all of our tragedies, all of our shared feelings went into this project, and everybody came out with something so perfect to wrap it all up, and just walk into that room and to see all the chairs there and all the artists and everyone milling about. It was a fantastic tribute to those dealing with cancer.
Well, after looking at it, the project runs quite memorable. It's a very memorable event, and knowing also coming from an organizer point of view, and of course, most of all, Emis, who has a story to tell. Basically, because of that deep story of his father, who suddenly I realized that he had a cancer himself, and diagnosed with it, and on a timeline where even at the end of the show, it was his time to even witness this whole event, the project. It gives me something to feel very deep. Why I'm here, why Emis has come into the right time to put up this event and to actually witness his own father, and I myself will witness and attempt to see him. Gives me a very deep feeling, and then that objective itself is cannot be explained because it can be remembered for many years, and always in my life, and that alone gives me that impression that whatever objective that the organizer has put up to invite at least 20 or more artists to put up the show, I think it was a very great event. It is very well thought of, and I think I'm glad I'm part of it.